Guys, go to hardafseltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We are currently live in over 300 stores in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Woo! Yeah! It's Tuesday. We're back.
We're back. It feels like a long time.
It does feel like a long time, Jesse. It does feel like a long time. And today's episode 9/11. Never forget. Never forget. Where were you on episode 9/11?
Episode 9/11? Mm-hmm. Or 9/11?
No, just episode 9/11. Were you here?
Yeah, it was at.
Okay. Wherever you were, I don't want you guys to forget it. Okay. So let's all just take a moment, remember where we were during episode 9/11.
We were all here. We're all here.
Well, just remember it. You know, I might ask you later on down the road, 2-3 months from now, where were you for episode 9/11? And I want you to say I was on it. I was here.
Where were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you?
And I'm.
So sorry. But we're going to plow through it today, regardless of the numbers. A lot of people wrote in. They were like, hey, are you going to skip it? You going to skip it like the 13th floor in an elevator in a hotel? Just take it out?
Wait, are we supposed to?
We're supposed to, out of respect, Jesse.
Did Rogan do 9/11?
No, I think it was Bush. I think Bush did 9/11.
Well,
No,
Cheney, technically.
Did Rogan do an episode 9/11?
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he did.
I don't know. We're not basing our lives off of
There's
Yo
no
Rogan.
machine.
It's a soft J in Joe Rogan. Yo Rogan.
Johan Rogan.
Yo Rogan. But I figured since it is episode 9/11, let's get dark today. Let's start it with something super dark. Now, you guys don't know this story. So I'm gonna read it to you, and I want your honest thoughts on this. I don't know if it's real or not, but the debate has been raging online the last 3 or 4 days of what you would actually do in this situation if it did happen to you, okay? So a guy writes in, and he says, my wife has a terminal disease. Now, initially, he did this on Reddit, and then it ended up taking off, and everybody was asking about it. My wife has a terminal disease. She is projected to live at most 9 months. I am, of course, destroyed. We've been together for a decade. I don't remember life without her, and I don't know what I'm going to do when she's gone. I've been doing my best to make the last days of her life good and grant whatever wishes I can. The doctor said that she would likely need a wheelchair in 4 or 5 months, and then by month 8, she'll be bedridden for the last few weeks. That's if she doesn't decline faster. Now, recently, she sat me down and told me that one of the last things she wanted to do was have sex with a previous partner of hers. Now, here's what he's... Hang on, guys. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Okay?
I'm here. I'm with you.
All right.
Ross, I'm locked in eye to eye.
So he says, I, of course, was shocked. And when I asked why the fuck she wants that, she basically thinks that her most physically compatible, satisfying lover was him in this life. She gave a whole monologue about how sex sometimes is just physical and how emotionally fulfilling sex is with me, but it was all kind of just bullshit to me at that point. So now I'm left with this. Deny my dying wife a wish for my own ego, or let her go fuck another man who she feels was better. Honestly, I'm so pissed off, and I feel betrayed that she even asked me this. I feel like I'm put in a position where I have to say yes because she's dying. I know what I want to say, but I don't know if that's right. I'm so hurt that sex with an ex was apparently so good that she needs to do it once more before she dies. I just hate everything about this. But the hypothetical ending would be that she says no or he says no.
So what you want to know?
What do you do, Giorgio? Same exact scenario.
I mean, you let her have it. It's a dying woman's last wish. How you feel about that is irrelevant.
No,
No. It's like whatever your repercussions from that action are, is we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But she made a choice and she's dying. Like she can't. She doesn't really need permission.
This is not make a wish, all right?
It is.
It is make a wish. It's making a wishbone. That's what this is. That's why we named the episode this. Is what do you do in this situation? And
I think you compromise, right?
What does that mean?
what? Yeah, you get to be in the room while the guy fucks her.
Perhaps the boyfriend or the ex has a wife now. Do a little swap.
I'm here for that.
No.
How about this?
Okay, Jabes.
How about this? Bitch. How about the guy that you're gonna apparently screw or whatever?
Uh-huh.
He gets to take care of you for the rest of the time. How about that? How about he wipes your ass in the fucking wheelchair?
Oh, I like that.
And
I like that a lot.
goes to do all the thing and takes care of everything. And how about if that's what you really want, then I'm going to stop doing all this bullshit, selfless shit for you.
Right.
I'm here for that.
You also
I agree
got to
with Jabes.
factor in.
And I'm not going to be mad about it. It's just kind of like, if that's what you want, have him, make sure that he's able to, get the ramp installed or whatever.
So this kind of happened to my grandparents.
What?
They divorced as my grandfather was dying.
Sure.
And then my
See ya.
grandmother, like a year or two before things got bad, and then she wouldn't go back home to take care of him. Mm-hmm. She was like, I'm out.
I understand that. I understand that completely.
Because that's part of what this whole fucking bullshit is, dude.
freedom.
Whether or not she does this, there's no coming back.
Exactly.
Because the entire time you have to think she's been thinking about this other man while you have sex.
I 100% agree.
We also need to have a conversation with this other dude and see if he's down for a sickly wheelchair ex fuck.
What if he's
Do you know what I
just
mean?
like, I'm
Maybe
good.
he's not into it.
Like a pity bone? Ugh.
No,
She's
I'm
not
saying,
in the
like,
wheelchair
you
yet,
have to
guys.
make
She's
sure.
not in the wheelchair yet.
Oh, but if she's going to be in the wheelchair in 4 months?
Yeah.
Nah.
That's a sickly gal.
Unless she lies to him.
And
Does
just is
a
like,
little
hey, what's
3-month
up?
fling. So we all love that. As men, we all love
Wig.
an ex just coming back out of the woodworks
Wig,
like 10 years later.
Spray tan. I'm fine.
Just holding it together.
I'm going to live. Let's do it. Right?
Oh, to me, when I read this, because people have been going back and forth nonstop about this, and to me, whoever this woman is, and I know she's dying, is a terrible person. I mean, if that's one of the things that you want left after
No.
Is she, what,
I don't know.
10 years of marriage,
what makes her terrible?
Right. Like,
here's
Like
why.
saying it or feeling it?
No, it's you got to take everything into consideration, in my opinion. I think you've got to take into consideration your husband, exactly what Jesse says, about the guy who's taking care of you, has gone through this. He feels like he's losing the love of his life, and you just want to bone some dude. Not only is that going to crush him forever, but then your death is going to crush him on top of it. To me, it's the most selfish thing you could possibly do, because whether you do it or not, now that has to live in that guy's life forever, and she's going to be dead in 8 months, so who gives a fuck?
the other thing is, though, none of us have been in a situation where we knew, it was over in 8 months. And so we can't really get into that mindset of, you're going to die. And also, then who cares how the husband feels, right? I mean, there's also that of just at a certain point, it is your life too.
But let's say it was me, and it was reversed, right? And I came to you and I said, hey, I want to bone an ex-girlfriend from the past here, and I got 9 months to live.
Yeah.
Would you be amped about it?
No, I wouldn't be amped about it, but I would be like, okay, cool, bye.
Right, but you wouldn't take care of me and all that other stuff, right?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
So I don't know anybody who's going to be
that's
cool
what
with
you
this
have
with
to-
no repercussions. And to me, personally, look, we've been together, I think, going on 12 years now in October, right?
Married, that'd be 10 years, yeah.
Yeah, married 10, but together for 12 at this
Right,
point. I
right.
could never imagine saying that to you and then everything you sacrifice and all this other stuff for the rest of your life, and that's how I left this
He's
earth.
thinking of somebody right now.
Who? Me?
See, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
popping in your mind.
No, it sure isn't.
There's popping in your mind.
one way to
How
solve it,
could
guys.
it not?
No.
How could it not?
Well, there's one way, and it's Bob. I need to ask Bob a question: is how many women from previous in his life does he still think about occasionally, especially when his wife was pregnant?
I mean,
I run through the whole catalog.
yeah. Is that so weird
What am I
though
supposed
for
to, like,
dudes?
Think about my
I
fucking
don't
wife every time
really
I defile our shower.
remember much. I have like dick amnesia. It's really hard for me to remember stuff.
This is why you're so depressed, is you don't remember the
Yeah,
good
you've
stuff.
got to
Yeah.
have a bank.
You
You
gotta-
got to have a little
A
bit of
spank
a.
bank and everything. And I think but memory's so fickle. Like you never really get it right.
Well, here's my advice when people ask me, if you don't marry the person that you're sexually compatible with and that you think is the hottest and all that other stuff, it's going to be a short marriage anyways. So that's got to be one of the factors, which is why you have like a fucking fantasy suite on The Bachelor or something
But
like
that's
that.
you're talking about an equal hotness to crazy love scale, but we all know
Yeah.
that's not symmetrical.
Yeah, where it's like the woman that's going to be the mother of your children, home, whatever, is maybe not going to be
Yeah, there's a difference
the
between
craziest
sexually-
person.
Yeah, there's a
psycho Britney Spears style.
there's
You know
a
what I
difference
mean?
between compatibility and the break your dick off chick who, you know what I
Sure.
mean? Like, because
Sure.
that is two entirely different.
I
when
can
you're dying,
imagine.
do you want the break your dick off chick again?
I've had it.
He's
I've had
asking
it.
you.
I've had
Yeah.
it. I would be like, babe, just one more time. I know that she killed your cat after we started dating and stuff,
Yeah.
but like,
But also, if you don't do that and try and screw this other person, you may be able to get blowjobs or whatever all the way till the end from the person that you stay with,
Right.
From the-
that's taking care of you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you're
yeah.
gonna risk all of that. Because your dying wish could be like, babe, anal, or
It would
you know
be-
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
honestly, and also if sex is just physical or whatever, according to her, you know what I mean? Like sometimes
Sure.
it's physical. I'll be like, I would rather, like, if I just can't give you the pile driving you need
Sure.
one more time.
I love when you just go like frat house.
Yeah, just pile driving.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
if
out of
you're
nowhere.
not
like
ba-
you're the
hey,
Iron
babe.
Then
Sheik.
instead of, getting some fucking guy you used to date, like, can I just hire a gigolo to just really
You know
give
what?
it to you, like a human dildo?
What if it's someone you know?
See, I think that's why it's shitty.
Yeah.
Is because it is someone that you know and that you've probably been worried about your entire relationship of them like thinking about, right?
Well, yeah,
So,
for sure.
what?
I mean, clearly.
Clearly. So then if it was just like, hey, can I have sex with someone different you can pick? That would be different, right?
Right. That would be like a
That would
sign
be
of a good
different.
relationship.
Because you're just like, look, I just don't want to go out without.
Like, you're probably older too. It's like, let me go find something I know would
Sure.
satisfy you. Show you how much I know you.
Right.
Oh boy, it's just you're leaving that other person though with a lifetime worth of regret and just saying fuck you.
That is so much worse though than me being like, I just want like a 105-pound Asian woman.
Yeah,
Right, right.
Because
You know what I
the other
mean?
part is
Just throwing something out.
Right, just a random.
Yeah.
But the other part is even just knowing this and hearing this. Let's say she doesn't go through with it, right? Just that it's in your fucking mind for the rest of your life. I don't know how you get over it.
We
That's
understand
what
Steve Harvey
Delco.
now.
That's what Delco was saying. Like
Yeah.
damage is done.
Yes.
By even
yes,
asking.
100%.
So whether you do it or not.
And
it's still selfish for even bringing that up.
Has she been in contact with this man like in the last however many
Yeah,
years?
because that's immediately where your mind's going. Where you're like, well, shit. Do I have to go through her fucking? She's in a goddamn wheelchair. I'll go through her phone and her
You've liked
computers.
every one of his Instagram photos. Even
Yeah,
while
yeah,
you
yeah.
had cancer.
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah, Yeah. So when I read this, I was like, either way, you've lost. Like the guy is lost in this.
I wonder if she already had it arranged. Be like, okay, I'm gonna ask my husband because you can't do that and then ask, and it's like, well, I guess you don't have to worry because he said no.
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, she better have already gotten that yes. You know what I mean?
All your dicks in a row, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just like, why didn't she just do it?
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like,
Just
no
do it
need to
and
bring it
then-
up to
yeah.
homeboy and kind of let him live his best life.
Also that there's multiple people I know who have gotten divorced because they got married too young, and I could tell that they just wanted to go fuck other things. You know what I mean? But their wives were pretty cool or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you should just cheat on her.
You know,
I
'cause
know
you know
exactly
you're
what
gonna
you're
want to
thinking of,
stay,
Yeah, I was like, you should just cheated on her, and then kind of realize it's all the same.
right? A little Rumspringa, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Just a quick little Rumspringa to realize that you are actually Amish.
Right.
So you're cool with that?
No, I'm
You-
not.
Okay. You missed your chance,
No, I
Ross.
don't know what's
Every
going
time
on.
he says this too. Oh, is that what you wanted? No, I don't.
know what's going on over there.
A little
okay, I
sexual
need to
walkabout?
know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting a
I
Yoko.
don't want to do that.
I don't know if I'm getting a Yoko and I'm having a lost year in Los Angeles and in Laurel Canyon. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I
right
would
now.
love that.
That's what John Lennon did.
Just like a 1 year.
I'm talking
completely
about-
codependent.
Yeah, but you've got to start a real relationship first, Giorgio. So that's
I'm
gonna
talking
be
about
the tough
other people that don't have a great marriage like we do.
one. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about those people that are like the guys and are like, like whatever.
Right.
Always kind of talking about when they're with dudes. You know, those
Pussy.
friends that are married, but you're kind of like, bro, what
Man,
are
I
you
wish I was
doing?
getting pussy tonight.
Something
Don't.
or like
None of you
talking
guys
about, yeah.
Can get pussy. Like you would hate it out there. You don't know your birth chart.
But that's what I'm saying. Get these guys on a Rumspringer and see how fucking, take them out with you guys trying to meet people in real life. How fucking hard is that? Do you know what I mean?
You forget about how hard the streets are, man.
Yeah,
You
dude.
forget
Yeah.
about like it's so much.
You got wife and girlfriend confidence.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
no, but yeah, if I walk out there now, I'm fine. But if I know that I'm back fully exposed, then the
then
confidence
that
goes away.
that depression cologne just starts fucking
They smell
Yeah.
wafting up and they can smell it.
The other part of why this story hit real close for me personally was I knew somebody's parents, good friend of mine's parents, who were together for, I think married for like 35 years. And he just came home one day and just told his wife, hey, I never had the job that I wanted. I never got to have sex with all the people that I wanted to. We got married too young. We had kids too young and all this other stuff. And I think I want to go and just live my best life, essentially. And I mean, shocked her, shocked the family, shocked everybody, shocked me. I was like, shit, I know him pretty well. And I was like, holy shit. But at that point, he was early 60s. And he did it, did the fun thing of going back to a college and all that other stuff. And you're 62 walking around college, trying to create this life and do all these other things. And it doesn't work. 22-year-olds aren't looking at you like, oh, yeah, I'm
It didn't
really looking
sound
for a
like
62-year-old.
this friend who I think that I know who you're talking about was doing it for that. It was one of like, it was a life thing.
I couldn't, either
Like,
way.
I don't think he was trying to date younger girls. I think he was like, I wanted to always do this, and I'm going to die soon, and I want to go to this college, or I want to try and do this and this.
Maybe, but either way, ends up getting a life-threatening, disease. Ends up getting cancer. He's cancer, right? So he ends up getting
That's
cancer.
usually what happens after 60. It's like
you never know.
cancer. It's not like life-threatening, like a staph infection or
Well,
like
you never know.
STD or
You
something.
can ask Giorgio about that, but
Which one now?
with an
Oh, was it
STD,
syphilis?
he's almost lost his life to syphilis. I think he's pretty close.
I'm still here. You can't get rid of me.
No, you're like you're gonna live forever. You're gonna outlive all of us.
But what I want
You,
to
I'm
ask
not worried
about your
about.
friend,
It's
Ross.
only a
So hang on. So in his dying years, because it was eventually terminal and all that stuff. The story was so fucking sad to me, where he didn't have someone that said, like, she had moved on, had met somebody, like a boyfriend, wasn't married or anything, and then he needed help and people to take care of him and stuff, and he didn't have that, and it was like, was that 2 to 3 years worth the last 30 and everything that you did. Like, it just didn't make any sense
Well, that's
to
what
me.
I was going to ask
and
you,
it's
Ross,
incredibly selfish.
But do you know any of those friends who were like, yeah, test yourself out there? I feel like, you settled, you didn't quite, you were a greater person than what you ended up with in life. And even though you're taking that risk later on, you should probably go do it.
I don't know. I think people don't realize how hard the streets are out there. And you're not the guy you thought you were. And the hot girls that you really want aren't going to be attracted
Not
to you unless you're
just the
super
girls.
rich or you're paying
Was
for
that
it.
so romantic?
What?
No, but like even in your career, like just chasing the dream a little bit more. Like you see a friend who you always thought would make it, and they maybe ended up in like local news radio or a weatherman or something. But you're like you really had star power. You wouldn't tell them to go for it.
No, I've seen that angle too, friend, and it didn't work out either for that person.
I know. My buddy gave up on his news anchor dream and became an insurance agent.
Yeah.
And he was like a pretty big anchor in Kansas City.
You got to work your way up
but
through
he's
the
making
markets.
way more money now.
He is.
He is, because you
So-
get stuck in these markets. So unless
as
you're in a
we
top
know-
25 market, you're not doing that great.
Also-
and most of those jobs pay shit, man, 30 grand a
Shit.
year.
And let's not overlook the hours.
Oh yeah, they're
You got the-
12 hours a day.
You got the morning shift.
100%.
You're up at 3 a.m.
Yep. And that's why Jesse could never do a morning show where
I
it's
think-
just like, hey, dude,
Why?
that's too fucking early to get up for anyone, isn't it?
I could get up. I'm up that early. What are you
Would
talking
you want to go? But here's the thing, like Kelly Ripa and those guys, they got to go in at like 2:45 in the morning.
about? Okay.
That's awful. Like that's terrible. I mean, she makes so much money that doesn't really matter anyways. But in these local gigs here, that's what they're doing on like Good Morning Austin. Those little fuckers are in there at like 4:45 getting ready for Good Morning Austin.
I
Making
saw-
$65K
yes,
a year.
60. Yes,
I saw a sign driving in, freaking Chick-fil-A starting at 35,
they are.
Yeah.
just for the
Yep.
the iPad line worker.
Yeah. And that's why they're so goddamn friendly. Is they never fuck up the order over there. But with that, all of that it's just incredibly selfish and sad. And when I read something like this, whether or not it's true or not, I really don't give a shit. It's an interesting debate and question. I just think, man, what a selfish fucking asshole to do that.
But she also clearly didn't have kids either.
Well, it didn't say, so I don't know whether she had kids or not. But who knows?
I think when you have kids, the shift in your perspective as you're dying probably isn't on your ex.
Yeah, one would hope, but who knows? I wouldn't think this was going to be on the table either, though. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, you know what? Sit her on down. I got about 8 months left to live, and here's what I'd really like to do, and it's not you.
Right.
And you're just like, holy shit. Whereas, Britney Spears can do that. She can just turn that on and do whatever she wants,
Right.
And at a
However
certain
she
level
wants.
of income, it doesn't matter. Like you can
know.
just hire whatever
Yeah.
comforts you need in your
Exactly.
dying years, and you can really live it up. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
we just got to figure out what that point is. Like, what's the wealth point?
Right.
Yeah, what that number is, I'm not really sure. It depends on where you are, because in Vegas you can just get tons of prostitutes all day long, and fuck it.
Hey, you just transition from like in-home nurse, prosty, hospice.
Yeah, and they'll be more than willing to do that. But you look at the Britney Spears thing where she just got divorced. Now she's back on Instagram with all these, 9 dudes yesterday, and you were like, holy fucking shit. That's the level of wealth. And
for
she's
her.
still Britney Spears, so it's like, oh god, dude.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She turned off all the comments. What's your over under?
say
2
good
years?
for her, yeah.
I think 2 years she's dead. I'm giving this 2 more years.
I don't know about debt. She might be in
Dead.
maybe jail or some kind of, because the people that are in charge of her now would be that Cade dude, the guy that was partying with her, like
Okay.
holding her up in the dress. And
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a video of some guy licking her leg. So
Who's
don't
that guy?
see. I have no. Oh, Cade.
Yeah.
Is her manager.
Oh, got it. The black
And
guy?
it's- No,
Okay.
white guy.
There was a black guy licking her leg.
He was
Jealous.
like Mexican or something.
Whatever.
Anyways, it was just one of the guys. So like when you surround yourself with just a bunch of dudes on on her payroll,
Yeah.
and there's no like good girlfriend there, you're probably gonna end up in a weird situation
Mm-hmm.
with like the manager who has been questionable for years,
Right.
and not really sure if they've always had a sexual relationship or what. But then he just invites a bunch of his dude friends, and now they're all just partying with Britney. And
Yeah.
It's like
Super
it's,
dark.
It's, I don't know
Around,
whether
yeah.
it's like the dream or it's so dark.
or it's the nightmare.
Right.
Yeah.
For her or for
No.
them?
Everyone involved.
Yeah, because, like, does she even realize how sad it is? Probably not. Like, I think she thinks that video was, like, big revenge.
Like in her mind, is that her harem of dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
But in their mind, it's like,
No, in their mind, it's like, we'll come party with you and whatever, but we're not going to, like, help you out or, like, be there for you in any way.
Yeah, you can pop that video up, Bob. That's it right there.
this house is mid.
I don't think it's a
think
house.
they're
I
at
think
a
they're at a
hotel.
hotel. She's on permanent vacation.
Yeah.
So who's
Or
this
they're
dude
in
looking her leg here?
Hawaii, Or,
Who's that guy?
I don't know, just one of the dudes.
Oh, just a random dude.
Just a random dude.
Start at the boot, bro. There we go.
So it's like another guy, like, instructing him.
Yeah.
There's a level of
Come on, yeah.
I don't really see the light.
It's recording.
like dudes
All right, Dave, go.
This is sad.
like
Yeah. All of this is fucked up.
yeah, ordering around like a mentally ill person that's hot, and like there's a real level of disgustingness to
But
it.
they're not even editing the videos to like start
so
at the
that
right
you
time.
can't
No.
hear
Like, it's like
you
just-
can't hear that they're actually like making this happen and telling the guy where to do it. You know, I look. She's old enough.
2
But
years.
she certainly has.
2 years, I think, and she's
mental.
dead. I think she's dead in 2 years.
Possibly, if those are the two, like I said, if those are the two people that are in charge of her now,
Yeah.
or like taking care of her now, I say watch out. Yeah.
She got the parents out of there with a conservatorship. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's going to be these weird dudes, and they don't give a fuck. And as long as the money's good, look, you can go on vacations all over the world. That's all she does. Is she's a professional vacationer, if that's a thing. But that's all she does in this life is vacation. If you're one of these little dipshits right now, you're 25 years old. You get to travel around the world and fuck Britney Spears with your buddies. Like, fuck, I get you're getting free trips and all that shit. We know Instagram models who are doing the same goddamn thing, flying over to Dubai. So I guess what's the difference at that point? But
Yeah.
for her, just the whole life is now tragic. Somebody must have said something though, because she did turn off all the comments on all of her things, so nobody can comment anymore, and they're all just liking her posts. So
Yeah.
she clearly doesn't want to hear what anybody's saying either.
What was the last thing that she wrote on there, Bob? On her Instagram? Yeah.
On the Instagram feed itself, I think it was about buying the horse.
It
right?
was actually
no,
something crazier.
It was actually
Really?
crazy. Yeah.
Why don't restaurants serve bell peppers in omelets? That's how I like it. It's the only way. They are so sweet.
There was another one too where she was like,
Well,
"Is there one?"
I
Yeah,
just don't
that
think-
was
I just don't think she's been to a restaurant.
What is
Yeah,
what is she doing there with the knife?
Cooking, man.
Is she actually chopping shit up? Pop it up on screen. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think she was ever allowed to have a knife back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get an omelet with bell peppers, like pretty much.
oh man, even watching this, I'm like, she's gonna cut off a digit.
What was another? There was one before that, or
Oh, she's
There
gonna lose a
was-
fucking digit. What's this?
maybe the dancing one. Try that one. Nothing. Okay.
I know which one you're talking about. It looks like she's deleted it. This is great though. These dance moves. That looks really, really good, Jesse. And so, yeah, look at that. That's fun.
Good girl.
And
Get
it's
it.
one of those things that like no one feels like bad for her or like mad at Sam. They're just kind of like, dude, we get it.
Yeah. Nobody
Right?
said one bad word about that fucking weird Persian dude. They're just like, all right.
What, Doggo?
Oh, there's just still plenty of like Britney Spears stans, the girls that we know.
Oh,
that
tons.
are like,
yes.
she's living her best life. Let her be. Like, go off, queen. I'm like, oh,
And
no.
to some
she's
extent,
having a mental
yes.
breakdown.
Right. To some extent, yeah, sure. I mean, she is 40, what?
2.
42, 43, whatever. Like, yeah, she should be able to do whatever she wants. I mean, how that's going to turn out, not sure. But yeah, I mean, we all have the right to fucking run ourselves into the ground. And bankrupt and spend all our money and fall on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, you have the right to do that. Just don't.
Speaking of which, who's worse off right now, Britney or Logan?
Logan.
Oh, this is for Ross. I didn't know if you were up to aware. His fiance.
Boy,
Is what?
I think
Nothing.
I
Dylan
think Britney.
Dylan Danis is just slut shaming Jake Paul's or Logan Paul's fiance.
Because she's had sex with like a million people, I guess.
Nina Agdal.
Which is fine.
Are they still together?
They're
Yeah, they're-
engaged.
Oh. But he's saying, like, in the past, she's, like, fucked a bunch of dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Right?
So it's one of those things. Well, it's not good for his image, you know. He doesn't want people taking shots at him.
His world's kind of crumbling around him. Beef with his brother a little bit. They wasn't allowed to bring Prime into the arena.
For the Jake Paul fight.
Yeah. So
Well, Jake has got to deal with Celsius.
So yeah, that's what was happening. And they said if Logan shows up and
Mm-hmm.
wearing Prime or having any Prime on him, security's going to escort him out.
Yeah.
Then Logan had Jake on impulsive and was trying to air it out. And Jake was just like, "You're being a little B.
Yeah.
Celsius paid a bunch
This
of
is-
money. Why are you being a problem for me and my brand? This always has to be about
This
you."
is manufactured drama, so they fight each other in like
Yeah,
3
exactly.
And
years.
sales
I don't
and
trust
sales for
any-
both drinks are high.
I mean, Dan's drinking a Celsius right now.
Yeah, even the fucking thing with the caffeine. If you want my honest opinion about that, I think that lawsuit and the shit that's going on with it having too much caffeine in it is part of it. Where now everybody wants to go out and buy it, kind of like Four Loko, where it's like, can I get the original cans of this, where I can get all jacked up and crash through a wall, like I'm the Kool-Aid man. I know I'm in.
Those were performance-enhancing drugs.
No, not for. What do you think he was on Andro back in the day, the Kool-Aid man?
Something.
Something at GNC over the counter. No, but with all of this, I just think it's smart marketing, branding, all that other shit. I don't understand why Jake didn't just create his own drink or get it on Prime. That was weird to me, because then you would have had all of it. Why switch over to Celsius?
And then
Because I think they were beefing at that time.
they might have been like they always seem like, and they brought it up on the shows. Like, oh, are we brothers or are we beefing? Like, we're brothers when it's convenient for you, but when it's not, then you're like doing your own thing.
I watched the
Right.
doc. We watched it when we were in Miami, and it's odd. Like, some of their stories don't match up. Like, Jake says his dad used to beat the shit out of him. Logan says, hey, you kind of misremembered this and some things and blah, blah, blah. And, the dad's stance was, well, look at how you guys are today and everything that was built. And, yes, so I was hard on you guys, but I wanted you to succeed and all that other shit. It's interesting. And it was good. And like I said, this is going to be the season of docs on Netflix and every other channel with the strikes going on. I mean, shit, the one that dropped last night was Swamp Kings. Like, I feel like I can't catch up now. There's so many good ones out there. Watch the Johnny Manziel one. Holy
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
that
yeah.
rocked. Swamp Kings just dropped.
What's Swamp Kings?
That is Urban Meyer, Tim Tebow, and Aaron Hernandez, that whole era. And Urban, I've seen the quotes that have come out now. I haven't watched the show yet because I didn't know it came out last night. But it looks fucking rad. The De La Hoya doc on HBO.
Are we in a
There's
new
a
Golden Age
Johnny.
docs?
Oh yeah. You were in the elite
Because
golden
growing
age
up,
of
the
docs.
30 for 30 for my generation, like, was that. Like,
Yep.
you
Yeah,
would just
yeah,
get
yeah.
addicted to those, and then it kind of fell off for a little bit. But, like, are we back, baby?
Jesse's the one that turned me on to docs as a whole, other than like outside sports and music. I was always in for a rock doc. I was always in for sports. But then when I started watching these murder docs with her, the editing, the font, the credits, all of it was just getting better and better and better. And then the storytelling in it. Because you were the one who tipped me off to how they do it, where, they'll chop up a murder in, pun intended, in four different shows, make you think that the guy's innocent for the first
Well,
three,
they'll
and then the
take you
last
on
one,
the ride, yeah.
you're like, oh, he's guilty as fuck.
They
here.
could tell you the whole story in 5 minutes, but that's not fun.
Right.
They want you to kind of see all the different ways that you can. Anyways,
And even Hard Knocks right now. This is the best season of Hard Knocks probably ever, because Aaron Rodgers is actually hilarious.
yeah.
He's really funny. He's really dry, and it's who we thought he was, or the stories we had heard behind the scenes. And then you see him in there, and you're like, "Oh shit, I like this guy." I mean, we made fun of him for 2 years now
He's
on
gonna
this show.
be acting, and you know it. He's like the next, like,
Yeah, yeah,
Bradley
yeah.
Cooper-esque guy. They're gonna
Or like a Peyton Manning-ish, where it's very dry humor
Good,
and
yeah. He would not be a good actor.
I think
No,
they're
he wouldn't be a good
I think
actor.
they're going to try, though.
Look, he wanted to host Jeopardy, and he might still get a shot at that. Homegirl this morning just said, I'm sitting out due to the strike, so I'm not going to do any of it. And they just put Ken Jennings in the rest of the fall. So maybe that could still be on the table for him in the future. Who knows? But I think doing those Manning casts with, Rogers, he's always been a part of McAfee's show every Tuesday. They're setting him up or he is setting himself up for that. But as far as docs go, man, I'm in. Like, I was in on that. I didn't think I would be. I've seen Hard Knocks, for 15 seasons. And then Aaron Rodgers shows up, and I'm like, you motherfucker, dude. God damn it. I like him now. Am I rooting for the Jets this year?
Right.
The answer is yes. It is.
Can he go all the way?
Yes. I think he can. We're going to do an NFL show about it later on in the week, and we'll get to it. But either way, you can say whatever you want about the strikes. If you're looking for what it did to documentaries right now, we're in the fucking Sopranos era now,
Yeah.
This is awesome. And there's almost too much where it's like, oh shit, I couldn't even catch up with that one. This one rocks.
Yeah.
And I haven't really, I don't know about you guys, but as we're past 100 days and all this shit, so you're past the entire summer, there's nothing scripted wise I really missed, I felt like. I would have been pissed about The Bear.
Right.
And maybe Righteous Gemstones, but that's kind of it.
Yeah.
There was nothing else that I'm pining for. That girl was talking about Stranger Things yesterday, and she said, I'm ready for 11. She was like, I'm ready for the show to be over. I'm ready to move on from my character. And then she didn't say it in a mean, negative way like the Snow White chick. Like, she was very polite and everything else, and she was like, it was amazing. However, I think what people don't realize behind the scenes is now I've been doing this for 9 years because it's been so spaced out that it's taken up 9 years of my life.
Well, good luck out there, girl.
She'll be fine. I think
she's a good actor. I like.
Yeah.
She actually. I haven't seen the second one yet, but I like her movie Enola Holmes.
I think she's a fantastic actress. She's probably the next on that list. She could probably win an Oscar one day. She's cute. She gives great interviews. She's a great actor. She is on a short list of the people who will be on a short list. Speaking of Stranger Things, you told me about some weird story before the show started here. Is that true?
I mean, it happened, I think it was like a week ago, but I thought it was kind of funny how they were portraying the story. So this fan, I guess, got scammed by one of the main characters, but it wasn't, right? So it's the way that they said it, and the way that they set it up is that he really did.
Okay.
And that, like, this poor girl.
It's so bad, but it's also like
it's also like, what?
You can't have thought this was real.
Exactly. Please put this on screen. So how do you think Dacre, or however you pronounce his name, it's Dacre, this good-looking hunk of USDA prime beef is just reaching out to the chubby emo girl and saying, I love you and I'm all in. Let's go. Let's start a life together.
I mean, I really think that, self-awareness is something that not everyone has, good or bad. Man. But self-awareness and like knowing who you are, what you are, you know what I mean?
What's that
very hard. So the Stranger Things actor, again, not him, just a normal catfish. But I guess the day season 4 came out, the day before, he texted me. This is what the girl's saying. Texted me and he said, hey, you need to watch episode 4. And when it came out the next day, he showed up in that episode. And I was like, well, who else would know that?
Damn.
Oh, no.
Okay, and so then this person decided to like carry on a little bit of a relationship as they do with this girl and got to the point where she gave him $10,000. Now,
holy shit. How does she have $10,000?
I mean,
like, what is she, 15, 16 years old?
They find a way. These
no,
people
dude,
it
is hard to get
the
10K.
victim's name. The victim which it's really hard for me to say that. But the victim's name is Michaela, and she's a single mom from Kentucky.
Well, she's a single mom now.
Oh, then what was she?
If she was married.
Oh, shit.
Bob, go through this. Okay.
Wow.
Michaela requested help from a YouTube channel called Catfished. Okay, so she's ended up getting on Catfish to find out the person she had been in a relationship was. Find out if this person really was Dacre. I don't know.
Yeah, so she was convinced by that, like you said, the story about the episode. And also, I guess he shared, quote unquote, he shared some poetry with her that matched a writing style from, I guess he released a poetry book in 2020.
He did?
Yeah.
That does not surprise me, ironically.
And she was like, wow, it's just like he writes it. How would anyone else know how this person who published a book publicly knows how their writing style is? Yeah. So she was like, okay, this is it. This has got to be him. And then he told her that he was having problems with his girlfriend at the time, model Liv Pollock. I'm just going to show you.
Easily
her.
researchable. That's the thing. Is like all of these things are like
let's look her up.
easy.
Jesse.
No, but let's look her up there because they're probably. I bet you they look pretty similar. I haven't seen his girlfriend, but I bet you she.
What? What did I say?
She looks like this girl.
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say stories like this happen all the time. All the time.
So this is who,
Oh, for sure. I just think it's insane.
this is who he was having problems with.
Sure.
This is who he wanted to run away with.
Right.
All right, let's see the.
Right.
Okay. Oh boy. So he was having problems with her, and then it was just like, you know what? You're who I really want.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
From the hairline up, they're about the same.
No.
So-
They don't even have the same hair.
So
Yeah.
then
One's washed.
Michaela was like, I'm having problems with my husband as
Husband.
well.
Father of my child.
Yeah, and so even though they never met in person, after a year, Dacre, whatever, proposed to Michaela. And,
Yeah.
But he was like, please keep it a secret. I'm still dating Liv, who I don't even want to be dating, but it's just like it's not the right time.
Yeah.
Career-wise,
so don't
you
say
get it.
anything or tell
Smart.
anyone.
But,
yeah.
And eventually, the catfisher gave Michaela an ultimatum. She had to choose between him, famous Stranger Things and Power Rangers star, or her husband. And Michaela was like, "Okay, see you later, husband." She told her husband, "Listen, it's not working out. You're not letting me be me. You're not letting me be free. I need you to leave."
Oh god.
Okay.
So she left her husband, sent the famous actor $10,000 because he somehow convinced her that his girlfriend, who I assume does not have a conservatorship over him, was in control of his bank accounts.
Yeah.
So he couldn't even get to his own money.
Yeah. Tale as old as time, Bob.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time.
happens in Hollywood. I think that's what a big part of the strike is over.
Yeah, it really is.
SAG actors being like,
Yeah.
stop
You control
making-
my money.
Yeah, stop letting our girlfriends control our
Yeah.
bank accounts.
Free Dacre.
Yeah.
Free daiquiri.
Free
So-
Dacre.
It all turned out, unfortunately, to not be true.
Oh no, you don't
I
say.
know.
You
I
don't
know.
say.
I know.
Shit.
But how did he know he was going to be in episode 4?
Crazy. Let's see these two lovebirds one more time for the audience. Oh boy, what could have been? That it was this close. She shot her shot. She went for it.
Yeah, but
She believed in it.
there are so many stories like this. And look,
Where'd
this
she
is
get 10
Britney
grand?
Spears without the money, right? It's like when you look at things like that, like
Great
if
question.
you don't have that much money and
Yep.
people to prop you up, you do this kind of shit.
She's
if
probably
you have
220.
something going on.
Brittany's probably 220 and doesn't leave that trailer in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's like there's a level of things that we let this is what it's like to be fully on your own and have a little bit of like mental problems, right?
Yeah.
To believe that.
Yeah.
And Delco's right. It happens so much. I've watched, again, a docuseries on like all those, the scamming and the lady that's sending the gift cards to people in
It's gonna get worse too. It's gonna get
Nigeria,
worse with
whatever.
AI. It's gonna
And-
get worse.
But really, is this a video of her talking?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Here's
Shut
her.
up.
Here, well, she's in an episode of Catfished.
Oh, okay, so
but
she's-
this is her from that.
Play it. Let's see this thing.
I am obsessed with Stranger Things.
Oh,
But the thing is, when I tallied it all up, it was $10,000-ish.
Yeah.
I told my ex-husband, I said, listen, I said, it's not working out. I said, you're not letting me be me. You're not letting me be free. I said, I think you need to leave. So he left. Within 2 months, he was gone.
Yeah.
Smart.
What's up, Seekers? Welcome back to
Oh boy, dude, that's
So,
fucking-
anyways,
good for the
basically
husband though. At least
what-
he got out of this dump. You know,
She made him leave.
who's got
Yeah.
the kid? Who's got the kid now?
You're not letting me
Her.
be me.
Yeah. By
her,
the way,
she has the kid.
this is he's never gonna lose a custody battle.
No.
No.
It's just
no,
like
no,
what
no.
you do is you're like, Your Honor, and then you hit play on this.
Play
fucking
on
video.
this and catfish and be like, the whole episode that she's willing to give $10,000 to someone she's never talked to on the phone, seen in person.
Yeah.
Like, this is mentally what we're dealing with here.
No need, because love
Judge, Your
sometimes
Honor.
you don't have to see or touch the person. You just have to donate enough, and then that's also love. So good for her.
Also,
And again, this
that
is
was
the
probably
ex-girlfriend.
the thrill of her life.
It will be forever.
True or not,
Yep.
like, while she was in it
Yep.
and like seeing him out and like knowing that he wasn't happy with that ugly bitch and like being the other woman, that is the most excitement
She'll ever have in her entire
You know,
life.
she
I mean-
will ever have in her entire life. And,
in
hey,
a way, for a while,
Worth it.
she believed she was dating him.
That's what
And
I
if
mean,
you
like-
believe it, it's true.
it's
It is
true.
true.
So she dated him.
Yes, she has all those feelings and all those good times and all those, great months of just floating on air,
Yeah.
dating that guy
And sh-
secretly.
And show the ex one more time, or the Dacre's ex
Just
girlfriend.
not
there.
ex, just current, right?
Yeah.
They still together?
Yeah.
No, but in her mind,
They weren't really having problems.
Yeah.
Let's
What?
be clear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I understand all that, but you still looked her up. You know, this girl, the piggy girl, just kind of looked her up and was just like, "Hey, who is his girlfriend?" And then you saw this picture and you were like, "Yeah, I'm better than her."
There are people like that though that have a confidence that you want to have that, but it can get you into trouble too, right? Like to have that much, you would say maybe it's not self-aware, but maybe it is just confidence.
and it is, but it's so easy to explain to someone who wants to believe anyway. Too, it's just like you don't understand these models, these actresses.
Yeah,
They're so
yeah.
hot. They don't have personalities. They don't care about anything but their looks. They're
Yes.
barely people.
Yes.
And then someone in a trailer in Kentucky is just like, yes, I'm a real person. That's why.
Yes, I get it.
I don't. I would never get that in a million years.
Get
Ever in
what?
a million years. I look at wealth, where you are, what you're doing in life, and then I assess whether or not any of that would have been achievable. My entire life, I've done that, and there's just no way. There's just no fucking way you look at that and be like, yeah, that's it. She definitely wants my dirty old poor dick out in the trailer park. Like, no, dude, that's not gonna happen. It's
But
not
you
gonna fucking
can't
happen.
live your life knowing that. Like you can't get up the next day if you don't at least have a little bit of delusion. Delusion and confidence, or else what are you doing?
Or, hear me out, you're getting up the next day to work harder because you know you have a dumb, dirty, poor dick out in a trailer park. Yes.
No.
Yes.
That's too hard.
That's not. You
That's too
believe that you can achieve dreams and goals and all the things. Like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah. It's either motivation or you're just delusional and you live in that world. Has anybody ever said that to you? Like something super negative, like about what you were going to be or money or anything else. And you're just like, hey, dude, I'm going to try better. Or, yeah, that's exactly where I am in life right now.
I don't know.
I have.
you're saying.
Somebody said that to me one time.
Said what?
You're too fucking poor for me. Like I got that statement at 23, I think it was 22, whatever it was. I was like, oh shit. Nobody had ever said that of like, you know what? You're too fucking poor.
I've been there, Ross. Like when I went
Has
to
it? Yeah. Has a girl ever said that to you?
when I
Of
went to
like,
my
hey, dude.
first, well, like she didn't say that there because we were a little too young. But that first high school I went to was a super rich private high school that they just let the poor kids go to for free sometimes if you were good at sports. And there was just a class difference between like old money wealth. Like this,
Yeah.
as a sweet 16-year-old girl, you got the car from the golf course
Mm-hmm.
that was just sitting there and you pointed that you wanted it. Like I was picked up in a work van.
Sometimes
Right.
it doesn't need to be said, you know?
Yeah, like they just look at you like you're less than and you'll never be what their dads told them that they deserve.
But if it is said, it can affect you one of two ways. Either it's negative or it's positive and you work harder or whatever it is. Even Bob, we were talking about this, like University of Alabama, where we're headed here in a few weeks. There is a fraternity and sorority row, and it's called Old Money and New Money. It is two different streets that you are on to live in and be in a fraternity or sorority system called Old Money or New Money, whether or not your parents had money and everything else. And how are you not self-aware? Because when Homegirl said it to me, I was like, you know what? I'm fucking poor. This sucks, dude. I gotta figure this shit out. I gotta figure this out, man. And I did. But like, how does she not sitting in this fucking car outside the trailer park go, you know what, man? That guy with the supermodel and everything else, like, he wants me.
Yeah, right. That's the question. That's what we're asking. That's what we're talking about.
That's what I just don't, like, come on, man.
For sure.
It's just so crazy to me that why even sign up for a YouTube show and be like, you know what? I still have doubts. Let's get to the bottom of this on this YouTube program. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Right.
No, dude, no. I'm all good. Like, it's all fake and everything else. Bob, did they ever track down the money? Do we know that? They tracked down?
Absolutely not.
They didn't. Okay.
That seems easy, though, right?
That's what I would think. That's
Well,
why I
no,
asked.
Because she said tallied up, which means she probably sent gift cards. They
Yeah.
usually ask for things that are like not traceable.
I would
Green
hope,
dot
yeah.
from Walmart. So if any of you fans out there
Right.
want to send me,
So if you want to scam somebody,
So,
Yeah,
So
and
it's not like she just sent him, a check or paid something that they could trace.
They didn't just wire the money
tallied
to
up-
an
Yeah,
account.
yeah.
Also, I gotta, man, she just, oh boy, it's her justification of it is, I mean, she should be my job. I should just start stealing money from her. Like,
Yeah,
she said, this is what she said at the end. If you're someone like me, you're afraid of abandonment and you're a real big people pleaser and you're very codependent. She said these scammers, they just kind of come in, they leech off that. You kicked your husband out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're not a people pleaser. You're a fucking bitch.
You're a home wrecker.
And you're delusional, and you think you're better than you are.
Yeah, nothing that you just said
No.
describes you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You are dumb. Here, maybe we should try it. You are dumb, possibly slow in some actual,
Tangible way.
tangible clinical way. You are lazy, you are mean, you are delusional, and
And it would be one
I'll
thing.
try that. I'll
it'd be-
try all those.
It would be one thing to say all that stuff about some random poor girl that got, but this bitch
Yeah.
ripped her family in half.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like divorced.
There's-
Kid doesn't live with both the parents anymore. Like fuck you.
Yeah.
I like how she thought the guy in Stranger Things needed some Kohl's cash.
Yeah.
Where you're just like,
Because that's
oh,
what they do. Or
I gotta
like an
send, I gotta
Apple.
send him this
forget.
gift card.
Yeah, I forget what it is, but it's like DoorDash things that they can like
I need Xbox points.
Walmart. It's something where they can actually exchange it for money. I forget which places do that.
Can I get that Hulu login?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even watch my own show. This bitch.
Yeah,
this
can I have
bitch
your
model
Netflix password?
won't even let me like.
She controls it. She want me to think that I get a big head and watch my fame.
just wanna watch anime
DoorDash
with
me
you.
a burger. Yeah. But really, that's what they do.
DoorDash me a Mr. Beast burger.
I mean, this goes even.
Me and Register are missing out. That's all I'm hearing here is that we could be living much better lives with minimal money.
It goes really dark. Like there's I think it's a New York Times documentary series. I think it's called The Weekly. Forget what it's on.
On
Maybe
FX.
Hulu.
It was FX.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there's one that they do about scams. There's a story in that goes so fucking dark, like this, like a older lady, just will not stop, like believes even when she found out it was a scam, like believed that maybe there was part of it that was real and kept sending. And not only does the family get broken apart, somebody does a homicide, suicide. I mean, it
Holy
goes
shit.
because she like puts them in debt, bankrupts. Like it can go
boy.
really, really bad.
Oh yeah.
You don't even have to be famous.
That's what I mean. You could literally just say, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah,
I've
what's up?
had people reach out to me, these girls that are like, "Hey, I sent you the nudes," and I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Well, you still run TFM Girls, right?" And I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
I haven't worked for TFM in 5 years. Whoever you're sending these nudes to is not me."
Yes, slide them my way. Like, did you say that? Hey, slide them my way. This is my real new Instagram.
Nah, I'm a professional.
Oh, you are? Okay.
What? Professional what?
Come on. Come on.
That's too sleazy.
Slide them.
All right.
Slide them whose way?
His way. If they were able to find you from your old job, they clearly knew who you were. I'm surprised they didn't just slide them into
Clearly
yours.
wanted you to have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a return to sender kind
No,
of
no,
Oh,
product.
you think
it's
they were hoping
whoever-
for total frat move and not you? Okay.
Yeah, it was for
Got
like,
it.
whoever was using me as like their in or like catfishing people. It was simply to, kind of exploit these women.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Either way, Delco, I'm sure you could just send him Giorgio's Instagram and then he could do it for you. Like, oh, hey, the new guy, the new editor over at TFM, his name is Giorgio Gregoris, and you can go and look him up online. And here's his Instagram handle. At least, pass him off to Giorgio so he can have a tad bit of fun. But this new world of sending people gift cards or buying people shit and everything else has really grown. When Caleb Francis was on last week, hilarious, nicest dude of all time. I love Caleb. He was talking about, because he's got a huge Instagram following. He was talking about gay dudes hitting him up, wanting to be his pay pig.
By the way, I found out
Okay.
that pay pig not just a gay thing. I've seen some
Right.
I've seen some chicks
Yep.
since then
Yes.
post like
Wasn't it from his diaper post though?
It was a bunch. So he gets it over and over and over again. So, Bob, to your point, you're right. So I ended up looking it up. A ton of people DM'd us and they were like, dude, you guys got to make pay pig shirts and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
nobody thought it was a gay thing, Rob. It was just anybody that financially supports.
I actually did, Bob.
I thought it was gay,
I
too.
thought it was a gay thing.
because I was
did.
conflating it with pig bottom.
Right. So there was a guest that was potentially getting booked for next month, and they were like, "Hey, can you look this person up?" and blah blah blah. And Ari will, send an email address, or not an email address, like a Twitter or a Instagram or whatever thing they're promoting and all that stuff. And I looked him up. It was a Twitter link, so I looked him up on Twitter. And not only was there a wish list from Amazon on there, but there was a Cash App. So people are doing that now, where you just leave your Cash App, and that's an option now on Twitter. So you can just get cash sent to you. But people are leaving lists like you're having a baby. Or or like a wedding,
Registry,
registry of things that you want, just in case somebody's out there and they love you so much and they just want to send you that, and it's kind of like their mental way to be like, you know what I did for this lady or this dude, and you're like, what the fuck?
Go off, King.
That's crazy to me. Do you guys do that? Do you put like Cash App and all that shit in your bios?
We're dumb for not.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. They would get stuff. Like if you put it up, you'll get one of the things.
Like just some socks, like really like $10 Nike tube socks kind of thing.
So here's why.
Literally put up whatever.
Here's why
You're at
I bring
least-
it up. I think maybe we test it out with you. You're not a big social media person, so let's just pop it up on yours. Is there something weird out there on Amazon that you
I'll
want?
get every single thing on the fucking list. You better watch out. What do you mean, try it with me? Oh, let's just try it with you.
I'm saying
that's not an experiment.
weird shit. Like I went down this person's list and I was like, there was some shit on there that was like $1,400. And I was like, God damn, who's buying that? So with Caleb on the show, he was asking for this TV on wheels with a battery. It was 27 inches. How much? He said it was $899. It was $899.
What does that even mean?
He wanted to cook with a television in front of him in the kitchen so he could put up recipes and everything else on it. And he wanted it to be cordless. Do you remember the name of it, Giorgio?
I don't, but an iPad could have been fine.
It was
I know,
called
what
Stand
the
By Me.
fuck?
It was called Stand By Me.
Yeah, it's a TV. It's a wireless TV with a stand and a battery in it, and you move it around your house, and it kind of looks like the Jetsons.
Yes.
It's just completely unnecessary. It's the most Caleb thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Like don't do that.
I don't think it's that crazy. You stick a phone up on some weird arm when you're in the kitchen for
Yeah, I
recipes
stick a phone
and
or I
everything
stick an
else.
iPad like a fucking anybody should.
This was a
I
little
don't wheel out
27-inch.
the fucking
It's not. It's on a remote.
the substitution day, the rainy day at school thing. What? Why? Why would you do that? Put up your
Look,
put it
it's
up your iPad.
It's what he wanted, okay?
I know. I'm just saying. Oh, you would use that. You cook, huh?
But I mean, I would like to get weird with you and just see what it was, like, you know?
That I would ask for?
Yeah, like Bourdain's knives or something like that, you know?
No, it would have to be on an Amazon. It'd have to be easy to get. So, like, if they have to go a separate step to, like, auction something off or whatever, they're not going to do. But if you put an Amazon registry where they could literally just press a button and all of the info for where to send it, whatever is in there. Yeah, I'll get everything on
a
the
new
list.
sous vide thing, you know, maybe
A what?
a new sous vide, like a new a big cutting board, giant mixing bowl. I mean, you have all these things. Your kitchen's amazing. You really don't need much.
Yeah, I'm thinking of stuff weird. What
Like the
would be
pool?
weird?
Ooh, maybe like some like water cannons or something.
Hey, hang on. Jacob Nickel in the chat here saying, Ross, there's a former Drinking Bros admin, because we have a ton of private groups on Facebook. There's like 800 subgroups on there. She posts a slutty pic, her Cash App, and then asks if anyone wants to buy her coffee or drinks for a night out and things like that. I bet you that happens all the fucking time. Does that happen to you guys?
Again, no. We're leaving money on the table, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like getting our nights sponsored out. Like if we're going to go out and watch the fights together, maybe someone wants to sponsor our drinks.
Yeah, I've only done it once.
Right.
When I first got fired from TFM or laid off. I mean, Rachel Page, my coworker, we went to Vegas and we just had the fans pay for everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet that was a blast.
Mostly because of her, not because of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always the girl, obviously, yeah.
And Rachel, if you're watching, you can still get it.
Okay. Okay.
They had a little thing.
Giorgio did with her?
I think that wasn't a thing. But
Really?
They never actually met. But
No, but she got manned up, so
All right. Oh, she's got a man now?
she does.
Sorry, Giorgio.
Sorry, Giorgio.
It's a
Always,
wait-
a,
it's a
always
wait-
a bridesmaid.
It's a waiting game. You know, you
Never
plant
a
seeds.
power bottom.
They flower at different times.
Wait till she has 8 months to live.
Yeah, she'll be calling you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Just wheeling up. Giorgio. It's like fucking Jenny in Forest, dude. Just, I've got AIDS. Can we get married and you will take care of the kid now?
Is it weird? I thought that was kinda
okay. What's that?
Yeah, at the time, everybody did, right?
Like, you
It's
thought it was
only
really
these
sweet and
retroactive people trying to ruin stories that we love.
No.
And being like, oh, hey, bye, Forrest. I'll see you when I'm a single mom with AIDS.
And you're a billionaire.
Yeah. And then you go like, oh, maybe I am, maybe I am dumb for thinking that was sweet. But you aren't. It was sweet.
It was not.
And all the times we got together and you ran away.
Is he smart?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then boom, he's taking care of the
tears,
kid.
Tears.
AIDS dead.
Talking at the grave. I mean, please. It was sweet.
Feather flying around. It was the kid from
Science.
yeah.
Do
Do you go Signs first? It's the other one. The other
You
M. Night
go,
Shyamalan. You go, what was the first one?
I See Dead People one.
Yes.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense, dude.
Yeah.
Why did you say Signs? He's not in Signs. That's Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson, dog.
I could have been in it.
I never forget a Sugar Tits movie. Mel Gibson
None
was
of us
great
can
in that.
name an M. Night Shyamalan movie after Lady in the Water.
It's Shyamalan. Jesse used to say this all the time. It's Shyamalan.
Devil?
So you know there's going to be a
Delco-
twist.
Delco just threw off it could have been me.
Yeah, Dan had a fake audition for Signs.
What? Did you get catfished
He got
into
catfished,
an
yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan
By
audition?
I'm M.
No,
Night
I was a
Shyamalan.
child, and my parents took me to an audition for Signs.
Shit. Well, how'd
For
it go?
Signs or Sixth Sense?
And what were you?
Signs.
Was it to be one of the kids?
One of the kids.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was to be the Culkin character.
No
So
way.
he's never gonna get it.
Wow.
It's like I told him this on maybe it was off air, but I thought it was on Softcore History. It was like a Rooney Rule situation in the NFL where they just bring in a black coach to interview,
local hire.
Even though they're never going to hire.
Yeah. They bring in a local
They
hire.
bring in just some local, shuffle in some
Yep,
local poor kids, and they're like, "Oh, look, we're going out to the whole audience."
We
'Cause
did
they
have to
need-
audition like 5 at a time, yes.
Yeah, and
Don't do that, Bob. Don't shatter his fucking
No,
dreams
that's
today.
the same thing, by the way, with fucking Daniel Radcliffe. It's like, oh, he won an open audition. Bitch, your dad was a producer on Home Alone with Chris Columbus, motherfucker. You didn't win any open auditions.
Whoa. Bitter.
It is
bitter.
No, to Bob's point.
Bitter
it's
Bob.
Really, really
It's
fucking hard
bitter
to
Bob.
win an open audition.
Yeah, no, nobody does it.
No.
Nobody does it.
Usually they have an off route, and if they don't accept it, then they're like, great, now we'll go with the rest of these poors.
I won my
Or they
open
need
audition.
to justify to the studio, like, we've tried all the local hires. Sorry.
Or they spent too much on the rest of the cast, and then they're like, shit. It's like
Can
an
we
NFL
get-
team where they're
Yeah.
like, well, it's like
Yeah.
an auction draft. You got $2 left. Who do you got? Get that fucking
That would have been
dude.
sick though if I actually got the part and then I just told you guys on air. Like,
Oh, it would've
hey,
been the
I was in
best.
Signs.
It would have been the best.
you're like,
That'd been great.
that was me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I won my open
The-
audition for an extra.
Well, I was just going to bring that up, dude.
The fact that you even had to audition, weird.
Yeah, there was.
Right.
You had to fit the bill of the people.
You did.
You had to blend.
So, and it's cool if you
Was it
actually
background
do
of
get it.
GOT?
There was a dude, you know him, his ex-girlfriend, her claim to fame was in Major League. She was one of the kids running around the bases at the beginning of the movie. You know, there's 4 kids out on the field running around. So it does happen, Delco, and I don't want to shit on your dreams. It could have been another kid in there. Did you ever think that? Maybe you're reading for another kid, not the Culkin kid. So just keep that dream alive. Don't let Bob
It's weird that they didn't give you
urinate all over you.
any part, like even like a little one.
Right, they didn't even want you to like understudy.
They didn't even want you to be on set.
It was like American Idol where there was like 400 kids that showed up. It was wild.
I'm sure. They used to do that shit
Because
back
they
in the
did
day.
hire one of them for something, like to have one line or be at a school or whatever. Like they did. That's
Yeah.
what they used all their local hires for. They just didn't want Delco there.
We don't
But that's
know
okay.
that.
No,
we
that's
didn't see him as a
okay.
child. I haven't seen him
It's
as a
not
child.
his calling.
Before the leg thing.
Yeah. Do you have a picture of yourself as a child? Because now we can judge off
Rob,
of that.
Rob, go to my Instagram.
Because we can judge Delco on whether or not, like as a director, I'll tell you if I would have cast you. We'll look at his headshot.
Look at the
His
headshot
child
and
headshot
then
and see if we
picture
would've
the
cast
same affect
Delco.
that he has now
The same
as
what?
a child. Like the same affect, like the way that he
Delco's
talks and
Instagram
everything.
is just entirely pictures of him.
That's fine.
Well,
It's his Instagram.
What's yours?
Pictures of Delco.
No.
Yeah,
There's a
exactly.
few. This is
Okay.
nice. Oh.
Oh, so you're the bottom one, right? You're the little one? I'm kidding. Is that
And
you?
you're
Is that
flipping off?
your 2 sisters?
Are you flipping off on purpose?
These are my 2 cousins.
Yeah, are you flicking off the camera on purpose there? Yeah. You are, okay.
Start him young.
Oof. Yeah, so immediately I'm thinking to myself, this kid's fucking trouble on set. He's going to steal all the craft food. I'm going to have to pay for all of his bullshit. I don't even know if he's going to get the first 5, 6 takes right. And then I've got a off-camera, teacher that he's got to go to for the rest of this. I don't cast you based on this. I'm sorry, Delco. Yeah. Now I'm leaning towards what Bob said. You look like a fucking problem.
There's a previously mentioned Rachel Page in the comments.
I just saw that.
Whoa! What did she say?
OMG, you look exactly the
You
same.
looking?
That's not true. That is something a woman says to a man when she's trying to
I
get
think
their
it's supposed to be a
attention.
joke.
No, he looks better now.
Well, I know, but I think it's supposed to be a little bit of a.
Yeah, a little
equally
wink.
handsome
Cheeky.
in both.
I think I'm a cute kid. I don't know what
He
you're
is.
talking about.
No, you're fine. It's just your whole demeanor and your face. I mean, it's very sour, and you look like you're you're going to be a problem.
He's gonna
on
steal
set.
stuff. He's definitely stealing.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
And he's gonna,
I'm taking like that.
and even
Yeah, like
wardrobe.
that.
You're gonna get stuck with pins. Like you're gonna
Okay.
kill this kid. Yeah. What is that you're doing,
I've never heard this person talk, but that's how I figured it was.
Delco?
No, the person that wrote the page, the girl.
Oh, do it again.
You look now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Is that close or no?
Closer than you think.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
She had some sort of career and Has more followers than me, probably. She must be able to talk.
We're not basing
No,
life
she's
on
smart.
that.
Smart person.
Yeah, she must be able to
She's a
talk.
smart person. She's a smart person. We're not basing life on that. But
She has what you want too, so it's.
the voice you just did is the Black Bachelor.
She has what? What you want?
What does she have?
She's also hot. That's what I'm saying. So she has looks.
She has their own business.
Yeah.
It's popping off in Dallas.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for
She
her.
renovates these houses into like little photo ops.
Okay. And that pays?
No, she has a house that she turned into like a photo.
Two of them, technically.
Like Instagram models come in and rent it out for the day, and they have photo shoots.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's all.
That's awesome. You sound like the girl from The Bachelor last night.
Oh, yeah.
The black girl actually had the worst Valley Girl accent of all time this entire
No,
season.
but it
It
was
hits
like a-
different too.
It was a.
It's tough, man. It was a tough season to get through. You went to sleep last night, but it was exactly what I predicted. Joey the honky is the new Bachelor.
Oh, the new Bachelor because he didn't get picked.
Correct.
That's what I said too.
Yeah. But you said he's not interesting enough to be the new Bachelor, and you
He's
might
not.
be right. He did an interview afterwards where I was just like,
He's not, but he's still going to do it.
He is. So he's in, and they did the thing, and he looked great. I was just like, all right, looks wise, he's fits the part.
Did he cut his hair?
No, but he kind of styled it different. Where you're like,
Okay.
all right, cool. You're not doing the Kentucky
It was just like a
University of Kentucky
side-
fraternity brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob knows that look. It's University of Kentucky SAE, where you're just like, all right, yeah, I know what you're. It's the same look.
It's
University
like
of Georgia.
flattening the curls only right here at the
You're
part.
wetting it down like a baby
and letting
a little
it
bit.
like be curly,
Dry out at the
here.
end, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's in, and she did pick the black dude, so good for her. You know, and I told you they weren't going black to black with that.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't going to cast like they mix it up now, and that's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, which is why I bring it up today. The fucking dude who's the Golden Bachelor, this old man, this 70-year-old man who's doing this, seems like one of the nicest, greatest human beings ever, and I'm kind of in for this show. He's done 2 fucking huge, long interviews now with his family and everything else, and he seems like the nicest person on earth, and I'm like, yes, dude, let's see this. I just hope they don't fuck it up with a bunch of whores for this guy, because he seems like such a genuine person. And I don't know what you do. It's called the Golden Bachelor. And he's 70 years old, and he's looking for love. Do you put in some sluts that are 26, 27? What do you do for that?
No, they're going. I think the youngest they're going to go is like late 50s,
Okay.
mid 50s.
Mid 50s is where they're going. I was curious as to how that would play out.
Yeah.
Or what he would want, you know? Like, if he was just like, well, it'd be fun to... Because his wife died. So she's out of the picture, you know? And he lived like a great life and didn't tell her before she died that he wanted to have sex with someone else, you know, and anything else. Like, he had a great life. So I wondered if they were going to throw him a couple bones and be like, hey, we're going to throw some
Couple
20,
wishbones?
20 yeah, a couple 26-year-olds in there, you know? Just a couple wishbones. That's all I'm saying. I didn't know how that's going to shake out.
You're so disappointed.
No,
I didn't know.
bringing it around.
So are we saying no to that? Like, you're saying 50s? Did they come out and say that? Because they didn't show any of the girls yet. Or women, I should say.
Yeah, they didn't come out and say that, but his kids are going to be involved in the show, and he's actually looking for someone to be with.
Right, but it's 70. And he's led a great life and all that other stuff. His wife tragically died. I don't know the circumstances immediately off the top of my head when somebody's been married for 30, 40 years. I think kite surfing,
Right.
fentanyl, or some form of like a roller rink accident. Not sure which of the 3 it is, but that's immediately where my mind goes, and I'm sure it's one of the 3, and they'll get to that story. But do you look back as a producer of that show and say, you know what, you've lived such a good life and you're a good person. Here's a couple of wishbones that are 26, 27. And then the rest of the cast is 50s, where then you could really settle down and you know, have some fun for a couple weeks and then kind of marry one of these broads. No?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know the answer.
Why don't you just tell me what you want me to say?
No, I don't know the answer, which is why I'm asking. So you're saying it's all 50s? It is. Like, that's confirmed.
It's not confirmed, so I guess we'll see.
All right, 'cause the
if
kids
they
came on
throw
last
a couple of 26-year-olds in there. You fucking idiot.
Just a couple of wishbones for this guy. I didn't know. If it was for ratings and everything else.
If it's
kinda
for
to tempt him-
ratings, then for sure.
To tempt him and be like, oh, hey.
But as we know from The Bachelor, it's all about finding true love, and they're not doing anything for ratings. Even if the guy is 70, widower.
Oof. It was one of those things, too. They tell you before the 3-hour finale, it's going to be the most shocking finale in Bachelor history. It wasn't. None of it was shocking. I called all of it, and I was just like, what the fuck, bro? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Put Jesse Palmer back in. Slot him back in the Bachelor.
Oh, dude.
God damn, he still plays, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but it's true.
You'd get some, a lot of submissions.
You sure would.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure would for old Jesse Palmer.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Who would have guessed? A backup quarterback from Florida? 20, like he's the most successful out of all that? Crazy, right?
It's crazy.
Like Tim Tebow can't say that. You know, I don't know what he's doing. I know he's helping kids in wheelchairs and stuff like that, but like Jesse Palmer is hosting The Bachelor.
Right.
And a bunch of like cool shit. So he's the guy right now. He's like the alpha version of Seacrest.
Yes.
Where you're just like, all right, you could slot him in and I'm fine with it. I don't even remember the other guy's name.
What other guy?
Who was hosting the show that they
Chris
punted?
Harrison?
Yeah, was that what his name is?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy with the beak on him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the umbrella hook nose.
He started 14 games in Florida.
Yeah, I know. He played.
You said backup.
Well, he was backup for a while, and then he ended up playing one season. I think.
Delco's saying is that you're wrong.
Well, I think he only played one season, started a season, but he was a backup for many years, and then moved on.
Sure.
Just really did it, dude.
Sure.
Really did it.
Strahan's doing the same thing, but
I don't know how though. I look at that and I'm
he's
just like,
likable,
how?
and everyone says he's a gem to work with, and those are things that you can get by on.
I guess so.
If you're hardworking, you're nice and fun, you do your job, and you're nice to everyone around you.
It's just a speaking gig, and he's not really that nice. I mean, let's be honest. He fucking bounced on Calais and just left her. She was pissed. Pissed. Remember that? She didn't show up for like 2 weeks. She was like, fuck you. I'm not going to be here either. So you want to lose both of us?
She wasn't mad at him. She was mad at production.
Well, no. He didn't tell her either. She was like, I didn't fucking find out. He just fucking deuced. He just magroosed on us and was out of there. So who knows? Strand's got a weird story too with this, like an ex-wife. And like, I think it's Eddie Murphy's ex-wife too.
Oh, yeah.
There's something weird in that whole thing. But, he's there. I'll still go. I'll ride for Palmer, though, any day.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
he's an hombre. That dude's a real one.
For sure.
But yeah, throw him a wishbone if you're in there, producers. I don't know if they've shot the whole goddamn thing yet. Maybe go back and shoot a couple more scenes.
Yeah.
Slide him in, let him have some fun. But I'll be watching.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I thought it was going to be somebody like cocoonish, like a Wilford Brimley who walked in. Because when you hear Golden Bachelor and there's 7, you're like, oh man, who's this going to be?
Right.
Some guys dying at the front
You
door.
almost die hearing it.
Yeah, you're just like, oh shit, who's this going to be? And he's wheeling up this oxygen tank, and they're like, hey, am I allowed to drag the tank in the pool? What are the rules on this? What's going to happen here? I got a diaper on now. If I jump in the water, is that all going to absorb? What are we doing here? Not the case at all. The guy's a fucking pimp.
Right.
Straight pimp at 70.
Yeah.
So good for him. Fun show today. Put that pick up one more time here, Bob, in that top left corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's end it with
of
this.
the couple.
Let's end it with this. So if you're out there, guys, after everything we've learned on the show today, and yes, we're not only podcast hosts, we're educators. Just look at yourself in the mirror and decide for yourself realistically what your worth is in this world. And if you think you can get a daiquiri guy from Stranger Things, living in this trailer park, missing a wheel, a couple other ones are flat, you got a kid, you got some husband, and you're ready to just send him Kohl's cash and Walmart gift cards. Maybe you got $18 left on a Red Lobster card, and then you just want to end your marriage because you think that the guy from Stranger Things is in love with you.
Right.
Let's think again. Let's think again.
Yeah.
That's almost like a Jerry's thought to end the day. R.I.P. Springer. You know, but it's necessary. And if you're out there and you want to send all your Kohl's cash to Jesse, you can. We'll set that up very soon.
Yeah, I'll take
We'll
it.
set up a little pig pay account for.
No, we should do like an Amazon thing, but have it just be the weirdest little super cheap
Trinkets?
stuff. Yeah, trinkets, tchotchkes. And whoever gets it, I'll just like put it up on the front of the desk.
Yeah. And then for the Nooners, the GIMP suit is here. So
Yes.
Thursday, tune in to Patreon. If you're not subscribed, you better go there now. As we thought about it, it was like that would get ripped down from YouTube. So it's going to be Thursday. It's going to be on Patreon. So
Ross, you're gonna want to
subscribe to Drinking Bros
when you
podcast.
put that on. Just a little heads up.
Why?
Swimmers did it back in the day. I just know you need to wear those neoprene gloves.
Swimmers?
To get into it.
Yeah.
Oh, to get in the suit?
Another surfer was saying to put wear plastic bags on your feet to like get through it.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. So yeah, I'll figure it out. You know.
Okay.
What? I'll figure it out. Everything's
Okay,
gonna be
great.
fine.
It's a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I've got a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of confidence
Oh, we
in
know.
my GIMP suitability.
We know.
'Cause I think you have to baby powder up. That's the secret. I'll throw a little GB on there, a little gold bond.
Yeah, we are working. I think we're gonna have a Google Doc, maybe, guys. Working on topics.
Yes.
Okay, for Thursday.
It needs to be, we don't want to just come. We don't want to just raw dog it. Like we want to come.
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
prepared.
We need to be prepared for rage. We need to be prepared to enrage someone in a zipped up GIMP Max.
And so here's the other thing, because I've seen a lot of the comments where people are saying, hey, how do we know it's really going to be him and it's not going to be Giorgio in the suit or whatever? It's going to be me. And what we'll do to start the show is I'll put the head on so you can see my face and I'll zip up on camera and then we'll just go to you guys for the rest of it. That way you know it's me. I didn't hire somebody else, to be the GIMP for the day.
And you'll know too from like his body language or like trying to say something. You'll know. Rage. We want rage.
All right. Tune in Thursday, Drinking Bros podcast on Patreon. Subscribe. It's only $5. We're going to bring out the GIMP on Thursday. Thanks for tuning in. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. I can say it now again because the GIMP suit is here, and that will be Thursday's episode. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.